Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do beer stuff here. A little bit of alternate ending. I think this might be the last beer that I have from them that they sent me. This is their Who's Next Single Hop Double IPA. Yeah, it has John Wick and a dude from Princess Bride on it because they do the movie theme stuff. They have story time over here. This stuff, we're not going to read it because it's kind of dark in here. It's an 8% double IPA with Citra. Shedding it, as I do most nights now. Getting very close. The linchpin in my whole move out in the shed is almost done. You'll probably see one of the desks back there in the corner. I sanded them and refinished them, and now I'm going to mount them in the wall, and then I can move crap out here. So, Leewise, it's alright. It's black and gold. Always need to get down with that. Beer-wise, that looks like a big old hazy double IPA. We're not kind of fooling anybody here. It's double IPA. It's hazy. It looks the part. It's a good nose. Not overly sweet, hop aggressive, and there's like a, I don't want to say Orange Julius vibe going on here. Nothing overly sweet. Full disclosure, 3 months old, 3.5 months, no, 2.5 months old. My fault. They sent this to me, God, month and a half ago. It's just hard sometimes to get around to reviews. It's been on in the fridge, sitting cold. Hopefully it's still good. We're going to review it anyway. So, but it smells nice. Smells like a nice, dense double IPA. Nothing hyper crazy on the nose, but at the same time, nothing overtly negative. What did I say? Orange Julius? Something like that. Let's get a sip. Cheers, y'all. That's nice. It actually has a really nice density to it. It's not fluffy or creamy, it's dense. But I kind of like my double IPAs to drink like that. There's a little bit more heftiness to it, so you know you're drinking something of bigness. The sweetness here, it's sweet. It's not nearly as sweet as a lot of other people's double IPAs. I view that as a win. I think a lot of double IPAs are overly sweet just for a couple different reasons. One, people can make them overly sweet because they want them to be that way. And two, I think a lot of double IPAs, 8.5%, 9%. They're actually probably closer to 7%. They're not hitting their mark as far as attenuation. So there's a lot of residual sweetness. That's not the case here. I think we're drinking 8% right here. It feels like 8%, and I think they hit that mark because while you have sweetness, you don't have an overt sweetness. That Orange Julius thing I was talking about on the nose is definitely there in the taste. So it's definitely citrus leaning. No shit, Sherlock. We're dealing with a straight up Citra beer here. But there's a bit more to it. There's a little bit of stone fruit. There's a little bit of sweetened kind of kiwi vibes here. Mainly that citrus. Maybe that Orange Julius thing going on. And probably the coolest thing about this is the bittering that it's showing here. Because the bittering here isn't like a ranky-dank weed or a West Coasty bittering. It's almost like a fuggly kind of British kind of bittering. I don't know why that's there, but it's kind of working for me. Like I said it's not weed, like not danky weed. It's like beasterweed dankiness or beasterweed bittering. I like it. I like it for it showing the shit that a lot of people don't show. Now, granted, again, 2.5 months old, it should be fine, especially at fridge temps, coming directly from the brewery. But maybe it's something a bit different, a bit fresher. But for me, it tastes like an old school mentality brewer brewing his version or her version or their version of their hazy double IPA. Like they're like, I want to make a hazy, but I want to make it for me. I like old school sensibility, but I like their new school hops. It's kind of where this thing lands. I dig it. I can kind of dig on that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Is it like Super Mount Rushmore status, the best double IPA I've ever had, or even Mount Rushmore status lately? No, but it's in the conversation. It's a very tasty beer. Nothing negative to it for me. There's a lot of like haze bros or hop tots who might drink this and go, man, that bittering's a little bit too this, or oh, it's double IPA, it doesn't come off as sweet enough for me. For me, Its sweetness is on point. The mouth feels really nice and dense. And dense, when I say dense, I don't want to mean it doesn't have a softness to it, but it's just not that fluffy, creamy, silky softness. There's what is it, a high density foam kind of thing going on. Still cushy, still, still squishy. This is a little bit denser. And, man, high density foam. That's what that's what I'm going to say. High density foam. I suck at this. Anyway, and just that bittering, that cool old school bittering, in combination with that nice Orange Julius-esque kind of citrus hops. I dig it. I dig it. Can you dig it? So there you go. I don't know what else you want to say. That's it. That's the beer. It's tasty. We're done. Alternate ending. Have you been there? Have you done their movie stuff? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? Have you had this iteration of this beer? All that stuff down there. Let's talk about it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little alternate ending right now. I'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.